UPSS Ekenwan, we tell our tales our own way, educating you, informing you, entertaining you. UPSS Ekenwan, our story, no one tells it like us.
UPSS Camp and Camp. Knowledge and virtue. Knowledge for the stars.
Art is the medium of expression that transcends boundaries and speaks to the depth of our souls. From paintings to sculptures, installations to performances, art manifests itself in numerous forms, each holding its own unique beauty and power. Hello and welcome to another special edition of UPSS and Camp World. I am Benito Osergo Oje Isabel, a student of SS1 Diamond, and I am thrilled to guide you through this exciting excursion of our SS2 students to the Fine and Applied Art Department of University of Benin Ekenwan campus. Before we dive into the details of the excursion, let us take a moment to appreciate the nature of sculpture. Unlike other art forms, sculpture allows us to experience art not just visually, but also tangibly. We can walk around it, touch it, and also feel its presence in our physical space. The experience of being in the presence of these sculptures, understanding their intricacies, and hearing the explanations of the attendants left a lasting impression on the student. It ignited a spark within them, inspiring their own creative aspirations and deepening their connection to the art form. Our students had the incredible opportunity to immerse themselves in the inspiring world of sculptures at the campus. As they moved through the campus, they were guided by knowledgeable attendants who provided invaluable insights into the sculptures, the materials from which they were crafted, the intricate details, play of light and shadow, and the sheer creativity that sculptors poured into their creations.
Better. So the coloring, can you see the coloring? When you're done with it, you get it. When you see those black, that's what brings out the shape. So when you're done with it, you paint. When it is almost dry, you use your rag like this and wipe the surface. What happened? The deeper part will retain what? The paint, while the topper, the ones at the top, will take what? You will clean your own. No aid, nothing at all, and it's going to do it on our own. So when you see an artwork, you question the artwork and question yourself. Now that is the interpretation. Let's come to the style. Let's talk about the artwork. Can we tap? What sound is that? Metal. Do you know how difficult it is to make it look like it's metal? Now, when it comes to artwork, when you begin to introduce shapes to complete other parts of a form, if, for example, an animal, you take out a part of it. Let's say a dog, for example, decide to use a box to show that this is the head of the dog. It's called stylized. So these are stylized. You can see the arms cut out clean. If you look at the back, you can see some contours that you wouldn't see naturally
in a woman's
on a human body, a woman's body. This is a masquerade, right? Now, this masquerade, have you ever seen somebody's body like this before? Imagine I'm wearing it and then you're having all these contours or this adjustment. This is called abstract work. What does abstract work do? It helps to represent. It gives you the idea. It's not realism. Realism gives you the work in all the details. Naturalism also gives you the work in all the details. You can easily say this is it and this is it. But here you have to think twice, you have to look at it properly.
They proceeded from the indoor gallery to the open space where they were blown away by the huge sizes of the sculptures. The campus attendants' expertise enriched the students' understanding of the sculptural process. They learned about the techniques used by artists to shape and manipulate the materials, turning raw elements into exquisite work of art.
It looks like waste, right? So what do you call waste metals? Scrap. Are we together? So this is a scrap art. So instead of you wasting those metals, you can use them for artworks. And this is beautiful, right? Yeah. How many of you would like to ride on it? Your chicken tank for storing water. Yeah. You remember now, right? Rubber. And this is what? Pipe. These pipes are mostly used for passing what? Wires. And then can you see that then inside you have a metal frame called the skeleton. You know we are not standing on our own apart from the skeleton. Alright, so this lady has the skeleton. Every artwork, as long as it's a sculpture, has a what? Skeleton. So you have the skeletal frame, and then on that skeletal frame you have this beautiful either Edo bride or queen. Are we good? She's beautiful, right? So if your GP tank at home gets spoiled, hole like this, I should know that it is not a cement work, because the cement work will be heavier. So this is fiberglass. It means they actually did the real work in clay, casted it in cement, just like I was explaining the father of that guy, then filled it up with fiberglass. Because fiberglass is the material used to make plastic, but this time in a thicker version. Put it in when it's dried, join them together and hang him there. So we decided to put some metal, whatever on it. You get. So that's the marking. In Yoruba, they call them egede. We have one called direct casting. The iron of this guy was mounted here, and then net was wrapped around him. Net to details, because you can't put cement on iron, strand of iron. So net was wrapped around, and then you begin to build on that net. So what is holding this guy now is the iron inside and the net. The net is like the muscle work. You know you have muscles also. Yeah. So it's just as if you are creating a human being. This guy he has two features. He is both stylized and he's both an abstract. Can you see that? He is both stylized and both an abstract. So, and the funny was the thinker. So when you come to school and then somebody says, I'm a thinker. Now, make it possible for you to see that is almost how you are going to look like when you don't know what to do. That situation when you are trapped or you are caught in the web, especially for liars, you lie very much. Yes, you do. What does that mean? Bring back our bring back our girls. This was the lady that stood despite the tear gas, the water gun that they used to fight them in the north. So they shot them, they poured water, they threw tear gas. She stood and she was just holding the flag. If you see the tanker of water they sprayed on her. So the artist used this to immortalize her. She's still very alive and very active. What? Yeah, spark plugs. You can find them in what? In generators, in any machine. Spark plugs. And then they just give them, some legs, and then they look like what? Insects. Yeah, so this is infestation. When you plant a maize in your farm and then you don't see all these guys coming to destroy your farm. Alright, this is oppression. Are we together? When you have something and you feel you can use it to oppress others, you can use it to put other people at disadvantage. And life shouldn't be like that. If you have something, have it for yourself. Do not use it to oppress others. Mr. Waifo? He's late, right? Yeah, this was his work when he was a student in the University of London. And this is actually a traditional practice in some part of Africa and India, where men show their strength. Have you seen men riding bulls before? Yeah. That kind of sport. Yeah, it broke the other side of the. So this just shows strength. It shows that even when you think you are not strong enough, you could do amazing things.
Before the journey came to an end, the head of department, who was a former teacher at UPSS, came around and sent his felicitation to the management of the school.
I once taught in your school as a teacher. Yeah, that was 96. Some of you were not born. Then your school was still very young then. We were almost the pioneer teachers in your school. So if you go back home, tell Professor Rovu that I send goodwill messages from Department of Fine and Applied Art to your school. And another interesting thing, the students I taught there also came here to University of Benin as a student. They too are lecturers here.
Thank you for joining me on this artistic adventure through the world of sculpture. Until next time, keep exploring, keep creating, and keep celebrating the magic of art. Don't forget that hard work pays.
Boom, 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 boom.